As I said, we focus on the education of children in the PA. And I want to show you some programs that are specifically targeting children. This is a program for children that was on in May and was rebroadcast in in August. It was on twice a week, and it had one section of the program was about Palestine, and again the geography of Palestine. And children in the studio were asked to point out on the map what cities in Palestine they'd visited, and this is one example.
تحبوا تروحوا رحال؟ أرجوني وين رحتوا على خاصة فلسطين؟
رحنا على بحيرة طبرية والبحر المية ويافا وحيفا وأريحة وجنين ونابلس.
يعني أنتوا زايرين كثير أماكن مختلفة بفلسطين، وهذا إشي كثير منيح. كثير حلو إنه نزور دائما أماكن جديدة بدولتنا فلسطين.
And again, notice that the PA TV host, she says it's very important that we visit all these places in our state, Palestine, and the children spoke of cities in Israel. And as I said, during the peace talks, this program was broadcast again. So twice a week, children see this map. It's called Palestine. It's called Explore Your Country. And the host even encourages the idea that Israeli cities are Palestinian cities. Just to give you a sense of how this phenomenon continues, this was a quiz that was on in 2009.
وانت عايشه من سكان القدس، انت بتروحي بتزوري المدن المحتله، مدن 48.
انا زرت الخليل.
لا الخليل يعني بتقدري تحكي مدينه احنا بنقدر نفوتها كنا. من المدن المحتله يعني زي اللد، الرمله، حيفا، يافا، عكا. صدف زرتيهم؟
أنا رحت على حيفا ويافا.
خبرينا كيف هم حلوين؟
واللي
جاي نتمنى كل أطفال فلسطين يقدروا يوصلوا الأراضي المحتلة.
And again, I want to draw your attention to the fact that to the world, in English, the Palestinian leaders say they want a state within the 67 borders. Now, Lod, Ramla, and Haifa are not cities within the 67 borders, but to their own people in Arabic, they define all of Israel as occupied. So you can only guess what kind of state and what territory would that state be on. So in order to explain this non-recognition or to justify it, the Palestinians also have to deny all of Jewish history in the land of Israel. And this is one example of a Palestinian historian denying that Jews have a history in Israel.
بسرقة وانتحال وتشويه وتمييع التراث الفلسطيني لسبب انه هو يفتقد الى تاريخ، والتراث تاريخ بدل على ارتباطنا بالارض، له عمق تاريخي 4 5 6000 سنة. فهنا هو يحاول ان يسرق هذه الرموز ليصنع رموز وهوية إسرائيلية.
So the Palestinians are claiming that Israel is faking all the Jewish, all the signs that have been found of Jewish history in the land of Israel, and they're not recognizing that Jews have a history here. And one extreme example of this is that in order to justify this, even someone like Jesus is turned into a Palestinian and a Muslim. And this is the Mufti of the PA. He's the senior or the highest religious authority in the PA, and of course it's an authority who carries, his words carry enormous weight within a population that says that it's a very religious population. So look what the Mufti said here.
نتحدث عن سلسلة ممتدة من سيدنا آدم عليه السلام إلى سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. هذه السلسلة الممتدة تمثل دعوة التوحيد، تمثل رسالة الإسلام. الأنبياء كلهم أبناء دين واحد، وسيدنا عيسى عليه السلام ولد في هذه الأرض وعاش في هذه الأرض، معروف ولد في بيت لحم، وهكذا فهو فلسطيني بامتياز. نحن نقدر سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام، نؤمن به عليه الصلاة والسلام كإيماننا سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
So Jesus was a Muslim prophet. So again, a total denial of any Jewish history and any Jewish ties to the land of Israel. And this past year, we've seen an enormous amount of material denying Jewish roots in Jerusalem, denying any Jewish connection to Jerusalem, which is, of course, absurd. One final theme of this non-recognition of Israel is the fact that the Palestinians very often portray the conflict with Israel not as a territorial conflict but as a religious conflict. And they don't see it as something that has to do with land, but something that is more of a demand from God that the Palestinians have to be in a religious war with the Jews over the land of Israel. They use a term called ribat. It's a term from Islam, and it's related to jihad. But whereas jihad, it's going out to conquer new lands for Islam, ribat means to reconquer or defend land that is defined as Islamic. And that's how they term the conflict with Israel. They say that Israel is Islamic land and that the Palestinians have to be in this war for God. This is the Palestinian Authority Minister of Religion termed the conflict ribat, and I remind you that he's appointed of Mahmoud Abbas, so he's as official as it gets.
لقد كتب الله علينا في هذه البلاد المباركة، كتب علينا الرباط، نحن ملزمون به بأمر الله تبارك وتعالى. لا يظنن أحد أو يتوهم أن الرباط مجرد اختيار واصطفاء واجتباء وانتهى الأمر. إنه تكليف، والتكليف يقتضي المشقة، ويقتضي أن ينفر الإنسان للقيام بهذا التكليف. فإذا كان الله تبارك وتعالى قد اصطفاكم للرباط في أرض الرباط، أنكم من خير عباد الله، فهذا التشريف العدو يصبر وينتظر أن تنهار الأمة. والصراع على هذه الأرض ليس مجرد صراع على قطعة أرض هنا وقطعة أرض هناك، أبدا. الصراع فيه رمزية القداسة، فيه رمزية البركة. إنه صراع بين الذين اختارهم الله للرباط وبين الذين يحاولون أن يشوهوا أرض الرباط.
Okay, his last words here were, this is not just a struggle over a piece of land, it's much more, and that really sums it up. This was a program that was broadcast on PATV during the Jewish New Year, and look how they referred to Jews praying at the Western Wall.
فإنهم موقنون بأن جذورنا أعمق من تاريخهم المزور. ها نحن من شرفة منزلنا نطل على القداسة من ناحية وعلى الإثم والدنس.
So Jews praying at the wall is sin and filth, and this again is a program on official Palestinian Authority TV.